Hey, what's up guys? It's Hubs,
I'm Poily.
I'm Flux.
and we're going to do a video on the daily Vortex dungeons. Take it away, guys.
So the daily Vortex Dungeons is different every day of the week. Monday it's Karma, Tuesday it's Evolution Ingredients, Wednesday it's the Mimics, Thursday are the Totems, Friday is the Items or Relics, I guess, and Saturday and Sunday are the same. They're the Zell Dungeons. So let's start talking about the Monday one, the Karma one. Honestly, I only ran this at the very start when I started this game because I didn't really know much. Karma isn't really something you need. Like, it's not a very, how can I say it? It's not
Important.
not a very important resource. You get karma from playing the game. You get it from enemy drops. You get it from
Questing
questing
in general.
yeah. Just doing anything, you will get karma. If you really, really need karma, like you're rushing to upgrade your building, like your sphere building or whatever, to craft something, then sure, you can justify running one of these karma dungeons. But otherwise, I would recommend you save your energy and just run, just do a quest. Do a regular quest. You'll get karma that way too anyways. So let's talk about Tuesday. Tuesday is the more important
So
dungeon.
moving on to the Tuesday dungeon for evolution materials. In this dungeon you get nymphs, spirits, idols, and pots.
The pots.
Yeah. And then they're used for evolutions. Each stage there's 5 levels, and you're always guaranteed at least 1 unit at the boss stage. For nymphs and spirits, you can actually obtain them through what's it?
Just
Mistral?
regular quest. Yeah,
Yeah.
different dungeons in Mistral mostly.
Yeah.
For nymphs.
And they're obtainable, but then for idols and pots, the encounter rates are actually really low, and the capture rates as well. So it's
Yeah, if
it's worth the time and energy to run the Tuesday dungeon for idols and pots.
Yeah, definitely. It's really hard to get it through regular quests. That's why Tuesday is pretty important for evolution ingredients. You usually use these for evolution between anywhere from 1 star to 5 stars. So you'll probably be running this dungeon pretty often throughout your career, I guess. Nothing too much about this. The difficulty scales up a bit. I'd say level 3 and 4, which is the idols and the pots, is slightly more difficult than you'd expect. We probably need a 3-4 star full team to do those, like, easily. Besides that, nothing much. Let's move on to Wednesday. Wednesday is the Mimic Dungeon. This one is pretty similar to Tuesday's, except that some units require mimics instead, like in addition to like nymphs, idols, spirits, what you have it. So there's also 3 levels for this. First one is guaranteed mimics, so just the regular mimics. They don't have like wings or tongues or whatever. Sorry, wings are the black stuff. Level
Wings,
2,
yeah.
there's winged mimics. They hit much harder than the just regular mimics, and the hardest is the dragon mimic. Dragon mimics are used most. I think it's for 4 and 5 star units.
Yes.
To use those.
5 to 6 star units?
Only?
Yeah, for
Oh.
beast units actually.
Oh right,
The
yeah.
newly
yeah.
released beast units.
Yeah. So you'll probably be running these later on when you get more beast units that actually need mimics to evolve.
But at the same time, whenever you quest and a chest drops, there's always a chance it could be a mimic if the chest moves.
Yeah.
So then you might actually encounter a mimic through questing.
Yeah. I've only run these dungeons a few times. I don't really spam these dungeons unless I'm desperate for like a wing mimic or a dragon mimic, because like Poily said, you get these through regular quests, so not too important. You don't have to wait. You usually won't be waiting for Wednesday dungeons. So moving on to Thursday.
So the Thursday dungeon is probably the most important dungeon, or Vortex dungeon, because you can only get totems through this dungeon. There's 5 levels. One of them is, or it's a fire totem dungeon, earth, thunder, and water. And there's miracle totems as well, which is used for evolution from 5 star to 6 star. So then in the 4 dungeons, the fire, water, earth, and water, you're guaranteed a totem at the very end. There are 8 levels. So for dark and light totems, they spawn randomly in each of the 4 dungeons. You have 2 chances
It's either stage 2 and 5 or 3 and 6 or something like that. There's about 2 chances to encounter them throughout the dungeon.
But once you do encounter them, they're it's 100% capture rate. So
Yeah, it's in the bag if you see
Yeah,
them.
so
As
you
long
got
as
it.
you can kill them. But yeah, you get a guaranteed totem of the element that you enter. So if it's like a fire dungeon, you'll guaranteed a fire totem at least. The miracle totem is a light. It's a light type. He hits. I think he's been buffed. He hits pretty hard, but you shouldn't have to worry about it if you need him, because by the time you need him, you probably have like a full 5-star team or so. So
yes,
it
the
should
only way
be-
you want to do Miracle Totem is because you want a 6-star. So by that time you'll have a max team of like 5 stars.
Yeah, it should be okay by then. We have there's videos that we done before that you can check out if you need any additional help. So moving on to Friday. Friday is the hostile relics or the item dungeon. There's I think 3 or 4 levels of this.
4
4
levels.
levels, and each level drops to different tiers of items. And items in this game are used to craft spheres, which are essentially equips for units. And I used to run level 2 and 3. This was before level 4 was out, and it was mostly to craft items like Muramasa, because you needed like blood pelps and guardian eyes. You can check the Wikipedia if you need to find like specific items from certain dungeons.
So the level 4 of the dungeon gives you which 3 items?
Hades Claw, Demon Eyes, and Silver Pelts, which are used to craft things like Angelic Foil, Exo Shields, Demon Lance, I believe, and not Vampire Spheres. But yeah, those are like the most endgame items you can craft right now in the Sphere Shop.
Yeah, so if you've got nothing better to do at the moment, then you should definitely run the Friday ones when it comes up and just slowly gather the items, because you'll need them eventually.
So moving on to the weekend dungeons on Saturdays and Sundays, it's the Golden Vault. Here there are 3 levels, and then you do it to obtain Zell. That's pretty much it.
Although it's worth noting that drops are not guaranteed in this dungeon. Like if you encounter like a Zell God at the last stage, it's not a guaranteed drop. So you may or may not get it. Obviously, that kind of impacts how much Zell you get per energy spent here. If you played a bit, you might notice that Jewel Parade keys actually will give, like, that dungeon will give you much more Zell than running the weekend Zell dungeons. There's a video we've made on this to compare the two. But the gist of it is that if you can, running the Jewel Parade is much better than running the weekend Zell dungeons, because you're guaranteed at least 1 drop every stage, and there's 5 stages, so that's at least 5 Jewel something. Jewel King, Jewel Ghost, Jewel God. And it's much more costly here per energy. This is all about energy efficiency. So, but in the beginning, you would probably run low on Zell pretty often. So you probably will run 1 or 2 of these. It's not horrible, but we're just saying that there's better options if you need Zell. That's all. And I think that's everything.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I know. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Have a nice day.